In this video, we're exposing what's really hiding inside your juice. The 9 brands you need to stop buying immediately. From heavy metals and herbicide contamination to secret flavor packs engineered by perfume companies, what you're about to hear will change the way you look at every juice aisle in America. And here's the good news. Stay until the end, because I'll reveal the 4 brands that actually deliver on their promises of purity. Let's separate the real juice from the chemical cocktails disguised as health food. 9. Minute Maid. Starting at number 9, Minute Maid sits behind Coca-Cola's massive marketing machine. But what's actually in the bottle tells a very different story. Like most industrial orange juice, Minute Maid goes through a process called de-aeration after squeezing, where oxygen is stripped from the juice so it can be stored in massive aseptic tanks for up to a year. That process destroys virtually all of the natural flavor. So before it reaches your glass, the company adds proprietary flavor packs, blends of chemically manipulated orange esters engineered by the same fragrance houses that make perfumes for luxury fashion brands. These flavor packs never appear anywhere on the label because they technically derive from orange byproducts, even though they resemble nothing you'd find in a fresh squeezed orange. Minute Maid was included in Consumer Reports' 2019 investigation of 45 popular fruit juices, where every single product tested had measurable levels of at least one heavy metal. And the problems go further than the US market. Minute Maid products sold in countries like the Philippines and Hong Kong contain as little as 1% actual juice, padded out with added sugar, artificial colors like sunset yellow and tartrazine, artificial sweeteners, and chemical preservatives, including sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate. Even here in the States, the standard 100% orange juice carries 22 grams of sugar per 8-ounce serving, while the lemonade products push up to 27 grams from high fructose corn syrup. And as of March 2026, Minute Maid quietly discontinued all of its frozen juice concentrate products, a decision that says more about the state of their supply chain than any marketing campaign ever could. 8. Ocean Spray. At number 8, Ocean Spray has built an empire on the idea that cranberry juice is good for you. And cranberries themselves do have legitimate health benefits. But what Ocean Spray actually puts in most of its bottles is a very different story. Their flagship cranberry juice cocktail, the one with the iconic wave label, contains 25 grams of added sugar per 8-ounce serving. That single glass hits the American Heart Association's entire recommended daily limit for women. The word cocktail is your first warning. It means this is primarily water and sugar with some cranberry juice concentrate mixed in. Even the 100% juice blend version, the one marketed as having no added sugar, achieves that claim by blending cranberry with naturally sweeter apple, grape, and pear juices. You think you're getting pure cranberry. You're getting a multi-fruit sugar blend that still delivers 23 grams of sugar per glass. But the ingredient problems run deeper than sugar. In 2017, Ocean Spray agreed to a $5.4 million settlement after a class action lawsuit revealed that their no artificial flavors claim was false. Cran apple juice contained D-L-malic acid, a compound synthesized from petrochemicals like benzene and butane, not the naturally occurring L-malic acid found in fruit. Cran grape contained fumaric acid, another synthetic compound derived from petrochemical feedstocks. Additional lawsuits in 2023 and 2025 challenged their no preservatives labeling, since products contain ascorbic acid and citric acid, both of which function as preservatives regardless of what the front label says. 7. Sunny D. Sunny D contains 2% or less concentrated juice. That's it, 2%. The rest is a chemical cocktail that reads like a lab experiment. High fructose corn syrup, canola oil, modified cornstarch, cellulose gum, sucralose, yellow number 5, which is tartrazine, yellow number 6, potassium sorbate, sodium hexametaphosphate, and calcium disodium, EDTA. Both yellow 5 and yellow 6 have been linked to hyperactivity in children, which is ironic given that Sunny D has been marketed to kids for decades. And speaking of kids, here's a story that should concern every parent. In December 1999, a 4-year-old girl in Wales literally turned orange from drinking about 1.5 liters of Sunny D per day. The condition is called carotenodermia, caused by excess beta-carotene in the drink. The story broke right as Sunny D was running a television ad showing a snowman turning orange. Sales collapsed, dropping by half within 2 years after the Food Commission investigation went public. The UK version was briefly reformulated to contain 70% real juice in 2009, but eventually reverted back to the cheap chemical formula. Sunny D is legally classified as a citrus punch because calling it juice would be against the law. When the labeling regulations won't even let you use the word juice, that tells you everything you need to know. 6. Hawaiian Punch. At number 6, Hawaiian Punch Fruit Juicy Red contains less than 2% concentrated juices, despite putting the word fruit right there in the name. The rest is water, high fructose corn syrup, and an ingredient list that should worry any parent. It contains Red 40, which has been linked to hyperactivity and behavioral issues in children across multiple studies, along with Blue 1, sucralose, artificial flavors, potassium sorbate, and sodium hexametaphosphate. The Environmental Working Group classifies it as an unhealthy ultra-processed food. Whole Foods banned Hawaiian Punch from its shelves entirely because of the high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, artificial flavors, and chemical preservatives. The sugar content hits 16 grams per 8-ounce serving, with the vast majority coming from added HFCS rather than anything resembling fruit. For a product with less than 2% juice, that means you're essentially drinking flavored corn syrup with artificial coloring. The punch in Hawaiian Punch isn't coming from pineapple or guava, it's coming from a lab. 5. Capri Sun. Approaching our top 5, Capri Sun has a contamination history that reads like a horror story. In August 2022, Kraft Heinz recalled 5,760 cases, roughly 230,000 individual pouches, of Capri Sun Wild Cherry after diluted cleaning solution was accidentally introduced into a production line. Parents found out about it because their children complained about the taste. But the cleaning solution incident wasn't even Capri Sun's biggest ongoing problem. That distinction belongs to mold. Because Capri Sun markets itself as preservative-free, the product is highly susceptible to fungal contamination. Researchers at Indiana State University found 5 different types of fungus growing across Capri Sun pouches, spanning multiple flavors. Viral incidents from 2012 through 2021, including a TikTok video that hit 8 million views, showed visible mold colonies growing inside sealed pouches. In 2014, Capri Sun had to redesign its packaging to include clear plastic bottoms so parents could actually check for mold before handing a pouch to their child. Think about that. The company's solution to mold in their product wasn't fixing the formula. It was letting you see the mold before you drank it. And there's more. A separate class action challenges Capri Sun's all-natural ingredients claim because its citric acid is manufactured by fermenting sugars with a mold called Aspergillus niger, an industrial process that the FDA has specifically warned cannot be labeled as all-natural. 4. Welch's at number 4. Welch's earned the single worst performance of any brand in Consumer Reports' landmark 2019 heavy metals investigation. And for a product marketed to families with health-forward language, the results were alarming. Consumer Reports tested 45 juices from 24 brands and found that Welch's 100% juice with antioxidant superberry posed a potential risk to both children and adults at just 4 ounces per day. That's half a cup. 2 Welch's products had lead levels exceeding 5 parts per billion, while more than half of all juices tested had lead at 1 part per billion or below. Grape juice as a category had the highest average heavy metal concentrations of any juice type tested, and Welch's led the pack. Following those findings, a class action lawsuit was filed, alleging the company concealed that its juices contained heightened levels of lead and arsenic, in violation of California's Proposition 65. And the sugar content is equally alarming. Welch's Concord grape packs 36 grams of sugar per 8-ounce serving. To put that in perspective, that's 38% more sugar than a glass of Coca-Cola. A juice marketed with the words antioxidant superberry delivers more sugar than soda and the highest heavy metal contamination of any brand tested. 3. Naked Juice claiming the number 3 spot. Naked Juice pulled off one of the most brazen marketing deceptions in the beverage industry, and it cost PepsiCo $9 million. In July 2013, Naked Juice settled a massive class action lawsuit after consumers proved that the all-natural, 100% juice, and non-GMO labels were false. Independent testing found synthetic ingredients, including Fibersol 2, a manufactured corn fiber produced by Archer Daniels Midland. The products also contained fructooligosaccharides, an alternative sweetener, and calcium pantothenate, a synthetic vitamin produced from formaldehyde. The vitamins Naked Juice marketed as coming from fruits and vegetables were actually lab-made additives, including synthetic vitamin E acetate, niacinamide, and cyanocobalamin. And there were genetically modified soy ingredients in products labeled non-GMO. But even after the settlement, the sugar problem remains staggering. A 15.2-ounce bottle of Green Machine, the one with the green label that looks like liquid health, contains 53 grams of sugar. That's more sugar per ounce than Pepsi Cola. One bottle delivers roughly twice the American Heart Association's entire daily recommended sugar limit for women, and it contains 0 grams of fiber despite being marketed as a health smoothie. As Naked Juice's own product page acknowledges, many Naked Juices contain more sugar per ounce than soft drinks. The green label doesn't make it health food, it makes it expensive sugar water. 2. Tropicana. Coming in at number 2, Tropicana has positioned itself as America's trusted orange juice for decades. But laboratory testing and federal lawsuits tell a very different story about what's actually in that carton. In 2017, independent testing by Health Research Institute laboratories found that Tropicana had the highest glyphosate levels of any major orange juice brand at 26.05 parts per billion. A 2018 retest still found levels at 17.16 parts per billion. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup, and the World Health Organization classified it as a probable human carcinogen in 2015. While these levels fall below the EPA's tolerance for citrus, the debate over chronic low-level exposure continues. But the contamination isn't even Tropicana's biggest secret. After squeezing, Tropicana strips oxygen from its juice and stores it in million-gallon aseptic tanks for up to a year. This process destroys virtually all natural flavor. Before bottling, the company adds proprietary flavor packs engineered by Givaudan, the world's largest fragrance company, the same corporation that formulates perfumes for luxury fashion houses. These packs contain chemically manipulated esters with unnaturally high concentrations of ethyl butyrate. They are never listed on the label. As Alyssa Hamilton, author of a book exposing the orange juice industry, stated, "These flavor packs resemble nothing found in nature." Multiple lawsuits have targeted Tropicana's 100% pure and natural claims. A 2019 lawsuit alleged the juice contains D-L-malic acid, a synthetic compound manufactured from petrochemicals, not the naturally occurring acid found in fruit. A 2020 class action made similar claims about undisclosed artificial flavors. An earlier 2012 lawsuit challenged the entire pure and natural marketing promise. Meanwhile, Tropicana delivers 22 grams of sugar per serving and was sold by PepsiCo to French private equity firm PAI Partners in 2022. 1. Simply Orange. Taking the #1 spot as the most deceptive juice brand in America, Simply Orange combines everything wrong with industrial juice production into one carefully marketed bottle. In December 2022, a class action lawsuit revealed that Simply Tropical Juice contained PFAS, forever chemicals, at levels more than 100 times above the EPA's recommended drinking water levels for PFOA and PFOS. An amended complaint in July 2024 included independent testing of Simply Tropical, Simply Orange Pulp-Free, and Simply Orange with Mango. Every single product tested positive for PFAS. These synthetic chemicals don't break down in the environment or in your body, and they've been linked to cancer, immune system suppression, and hormonal disruption. The case was eventually dismissed on procedural grounds, Not because the contamination claims were wrong, but the deception goes even deeper. In January 2013, Bloomberg Businessweek exposed that Coca-Cola engineers Simply Orange using a proprietary algorithm called the Black Book. Designed by revenue optimization consultant Bob Cross, the same person who built Delta Airlines' pricing model, it catalogs over 600 orange flavors and analyzes up to 1 quintillion decision variables, including satellite imagery, weather patterns, and regional consumer taste preferences. One Coca-Cola director stated they take Mother Nature and standardize it. The system determines blending and supply chain planning 15 months in advance. This is not simple. This is not natural. This is industrial food science marketed behind a green label. And there's more. In late 2011, Coca-Cola itself alerted the FDA that it found the fungicide carbendazim at up to 35 parts per billion in its Simply Orange and Minute Maid products. Carbendazim is not approved for citrus use in the United States, but is legal in Brazil, where much of their orange juice originates. A product that markets itself as having nothing to hide has been hiding PFAS contamination, algorithmic flavor engineering, and unapproved fungicides behind one of the most deliberately misleading brand names in the grocery store. After exposing the chemical offenders, here's the relief. These 4 brands prove juice can be made honestly, with real ingredients, verified testing, and actual transparency. 4. Suja Juice. Starting our safe list at number 4, Suja was founded in 2012 in San Diego and leads the cold-pressed organic juice category. Every product is USDA certified organic and processed using high-pressure processing, which uses cold pressure instead of heat pasteurization to preserve more vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. Suja maintains a farm-to-bottle timeline of as little as 1 day after harvest, sourcing from Southern California farms. Products contain 100% organic fruits and vegetables with no added sugars, no preservatives, no fillers, and no chemicals. Many include functional ingredients like turmeric, ginger, spirulina, and probiotics. Registered dietitians consistently note that Suja's cold-press process maintains higher concentrations of antioxidants and nutrients compared to conventional juice processing. Certifications include non-GMO, Project Verified, kosher, vegan, dairy-free, soy-free, and gluten-free. One caveat worth mentioning is that Suja partnered with Coca-Cola for distribution in 2015. The juice itself remains clean, but if corporate ownership matters to you, that's worth knowing. 3. Biata. At number 3, Biata was founded in 1931 in Switzerland and has been organic since 1957, making it one of the earliest organic juice producers in the world. The company operates under 4 overlapping organic standards simultaneously: Swiss Organic, EU Organic, Bio-Suisse, which is Switzerland's highest certification, and USDA Organic. Its food safety system holds FSSC 22,000 certification, one of the most rigorous food safety certifications available anywhere globally. Biata juices are 100% juice, never diluted, not from concentrate, with no added preservatives, colors, flavors, or sugars. The company cultivates over 1,700 acres of chemical-free farmland across 3 generations of family farmers and processes using gentle centrifugation in a closed manufacturing system with no oxygen contact until the consumer opens the bottle. All packaging uses fully recyclable glass, produced in a zero-carbon facility. Additional certifications include non-GMO, Project Verified, Demeter Biodynamic Certification, and Halal. When a Swiss company that's been making juice for nearly a century uses stricter standards than the FDA requires, that tells you something about the state of American food regulation. 2. Uncle Matt's Organic. Coming in at number 2, Uncle Matt's is the #1 selling organic orange juice brand in America and the country's oldest organic OJ company, founded in 1999 by 4th-generation Florida citrus grower Matt McLean. But what makes Uncle Matt's truly stand apart is one distinction no other major juice brand can claim. Uncle Matt's was the first juice company in the world to be certified glyphosate residue-free by the Detox Project, involving third-party ISO 17025 accredited lab testing at minimum twice per year, plus random spot checks. Products must test below the limit of detection. The juice is not from concentrate, contains no flavor packs unlike Tropicana, Minute Maid, and Simply Orange, no synthetic additives, and no preservatives. Uncle Matt's is also the first national orange juice brand to become a certified B Corporation, meeting rigorous social and environmental standards. Additional certifications include USDA Organic, Non-GMO, OU Kosher, and Vegan. The company operates an allergen-free facility that only produces juice. When the biggest orange juice brands in America all tested positive for glyphosate, Uncle Matt's went the other direction and proved their juice was clean. That's the difference between marketing and actually caring about what's in the bottle. 1. Lakewood Organic. Taking the top spot as the absolute best juice brand you can buy, Lakewood Organic has been producing juice since 1935 and runs one of the strongest safety programs in the entire juice industry. What sets Lakewood apart is their commitment to proactive testing when most companies wait for regulators to catch problems. The company conducts quarterly heavy metal testing of random juice samples through an ISO/IEC 17025 accredited laboratory, testing for arsenic, lead, cadmium, and mercury. Results consistently fall below regulatory safety limits. This is the rare juice company that hunts for contamination instead of hoping nobody finds it. Lakewood juices are fresh pressed, not from concentrate, with no added sugars, preservatives, artificial ingredients, or colorants. They package in glass bottles, completely eliminating the plastic leaching concerns that affect virtually every competitor on the market. The company sources the vast majority of ingredients from North American family-owned, pesticide-free orchards and produces in a certified allergen-free facility. Certifications include USDA Organic, Non-GMO, Kosher, 100% vegan, and gluten-free with solar-powered production facilities. Multiple registered dietitians recommend Lakewood as a first choice for consumers seeking genuinely clean juice. When a brand has been making juice for nearly 9 decades, tests quarterly for heavy metals, packages in glass, and sources from pesticide-free farms, that's not marketing. That's what juice is supposed to be. There you have it. 9 juice brands hiding heavy metals, PFAS, forever chemicals, synthetic flavors, and staggering sugar levels behind health-conscious labels, plus 4 that actually earn your trust. Before your next grocery run, remember this. Check for organic certification, but know that organic alone doesn't protect against heavy metals. Look for brands that conduct independent lab testing. Choose glass packaging when possible. And if the label says not from concentrate, understand that your juice may have sat in an industrial tank for a year before someone added perfume company flavor packs to make it taste fresh. If this changed the way you think about juice, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which brand shocked you the most, and share this with every parent, grandparent, and health-conscious person you know. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss content exposing what's really in the food and drinks the industry doesn't want you questioning. Thanks for watching. Until next time, read the labels and drink wisely.